Yeah, that's nice, John. You can come to that.
Stand by. We're going to be coming on you on camera.
Do the wave thing again.
Wave thing again. Wave thing again. 15.
Reset, John.
10.
Reset.
10.
Give me
9,
some people.
8.
Stand by.
7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Wave.
You move
There she
forward,
is.
everybody.
Trish, our number
Trish.
one loyal fan.
Trish.
You're on camera live on
guys, happy
ABC6.
4th of
Happy
July.
4th.
Ready, camera 5.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching ABC6. Good to see you this
So
morning.
great on this day, isn't it? Everybody looks forward to it. You know, and the 4th of July committee works on this for an entire year. You know, it takes a long time to put this together. It's nice to see what 100 or 150,000 people looking forward to today.
It just doesn't come together in 5 minutes. This is something that takes a lot of preparation. Dick DeVault and the whole Bristol 4th of July committee phenomenal job once again this year. And it bands, flows to coordinate security and everything else that goes with it, and getting everybody in the right spots. I mean, it's a huge undertaking. And at this point, they know how to do it. They know they have 2 hands on the wheel. They get everything right. And you can see the results of it here in ABC6 every year. We're so proud to be partnered up with them.
We absolutely are. We've been bugging meteorologist Kevin Coskren for what, a month now? What's he going to be like on the floor? And he delivered. We got to give him props. He delivered.
With an assist from Chelsea Priest to Steve Cash.
That's absolutely
There's
right.
Mr. Reuter Skycam giving a great shot from where we are here at Hope and Church. I don't know if you can hear from microphones are picking it up yet, but you hear these sirens from the Bristol police making their way through. The parade, I'm told, is just behind them, maybe 4 or 5 blocks. Hope and State Streets at this point, so we know literally minutes away. Again, we said it before, and obviously it's a little warm. Mark is melting. Towns are melting. We've got plenty of
I've got a
sunblock
cold
on.
Part of my diet plan.
Camera 1, it's important. Don't zoom
We know
too
it's just
far
a matter
down
of
that
minutes
parade
now. We're
route.
very excited to see the town crier, Jared
Ready,
Leo,
5,
coming
all
through.
5.
It does help.
Chuck,
Nice
right?
size
I have
car.
the AOK cookie drink.
I've got Twix. Twix are like one of my favorite.
Like girls at
I've got my funny
Ready,
ball.
Doreen on 3.
What's
Ready,
funny
get right
ball?
in there.
It's gotta have peanut butter or
Let's get a
something in it.
Doreen key ready over here.
I'm not.
It does have peanut butter in it. The Mary Lou girls are telling me there.
Shade on
Doreen.
3, please.
I tell you who has the best seat in the parade. The entire parade. ABC6 anchor Doreen Stanlin, right at Ground Zero on Hope Street. She has been talking to folks and enjoying herself. Let's go down to Doreen and check
Mark,
it
I
out.
do have the best spot. I really, really do. And throughout the parade today, I'm going to be giving you some interviews with folks as they walk down the street. I'm going to be jumping out there to take my
36,
moment
I like that
in
6 with the
to I'll chat with everybody and talk about what it's been like to walk down. My first interview is going to be with our Chief Marshal, Lou Cirillo. And we, like you said, we expect him any moment. A lot of folks here in the crowd really just can't wait to see it. And like you said, you can hear the sirens, so you know it is so very close.
Dissolve 3. Ready, 5.
All right, Doreen, yes, we do. You guys hear the sirens?
I do hear the sirens.
It's
Traditionally 4 or 5 blocks away.
The sirens are going to mean the parade's about to start or the sheriff's
Get it when you have it.
He's looking for Mark Curtis.
Why do
They know where he is now.
Do we know what
Got him.
The parade's coming.
Ready, 4.
All right, so what are we going to expect to see in the next couple of hours here along this 2.5 mile parade?
Lots of great bands.
4,000 people marching today. Isn't that great? 19 bands, John.
We're going to be entertained, wildly entertained by a lot of talented bands. Everything I'm hearing, intense competition last night. Yeah, and the drum corps.
Yes.
And then professionals as well as the non-professionals. And you'll get to see them as they'll come by. As Karen said, we'll all stop at our spot. So we can get a great shot of them so you can hear it as well.
Ready, 4. I like
I do
that.
want to mention ABC6 also obviously on your TV, but also on the internet, ABC6.com streaming for all of your out-of-town friends who want to watch us and can't get to Bristol this year.
It's an important point too, John, because I remember last year so many of the bands, and obviously this is one of the most prestigious 4th of July parades in the United States. Bands from all over the nation come here to perform in this, and so their folks back home wanted to watch it online with ABC6.com. So if you have out-of-town friends, let them know, send them an email, because the sirens are getting ever closer behind us here. The parade is coming our way to the next.
Think of the mummers right now. When they make their way through, they're all covered up and they all got the huge costumes on. Those guys must be roasting.
I know, it's like the bands, you know, they have their
Tony, do you think I can run a quick
so they
2-minute
kind of
break here?
forego the heavier big hats and polo shirts and
Let's go
cotton
for a break.
pants.
Shorts.
5.
Yeah, shorts, yes.
Very important. Shorts.
All right, as we've been talking about the sirens, just about here, we're starting to see all the action start, but before we do that, we're going to take a real quick break. Stay with us.
NASCAM live, roll blue, and go blue.
Go to break. No, don't go to break. I didn't realize.
Presented by Alex and Ani, and brought to you in part by Lakeland Toyota, Cottage Furniture, Mr.
Remind me
Reuter,
that they're Adobe.
and Mary Lou's Coffee.
College.
Okay. 2 minutes. Break. got it. You already went to break. Hello? Okay, Tony, we're gonna shoot at things. A little bit of pad.
1 minute.
Okay.
Come back in blue.
Okay, let the band catch up. We're gonna break for 2 minutes.
John, can you give me that up and over right to the parade from Jim? So we'll come right out. So, do we have that bump back seat? Yes, sir. Any questions? Okay. I'm good so far. So, we're going to do bump back.
They requested first
Yeah,
frame.
stop. First
Yeah.
frame.
What?
Everything's in first frame.
Hey, what's up, man? You okay?
30?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks, Steve.
Does that switcher inside out?
Oh, awesome. I think we're good right now, though. We're going to go blue, then we're going to go 4 right up and
So
over.
we need to have audio working when we...
Yep. Blue and then up and over.
Okay, Mike's gonna follow up bumps here.
Count me down.
15. Count to 15.
15, ready, blue.
Stand by, and you're holding up the parade for us.
I'm gonna interview Lou. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fire blue. Take blue.
You're watching ABC6's
Ready for
Project.
Jim and over. Ready for back down. Come on, back down.
And brought to you in part by Cleveland Toyota, Cody's Furniture, Mr. Rooter, and Mary Lou's Coffee.
Fly 4. Dissolve 4. Count like 2.
Welcome back to ABC6's live coverage of the 228th Bristol 4th of July celebration. And at 11:07, we're very proud to announce that the parade has reached our viewing stand here at Hope Church. Hooray! We heard the sirens earlier before. They weren't coming from Mark Curtis. We can't confirm that. It's the parade and the Bristol Police leading us through down Hope Street as this patriotic parade continues to make its way down Hope Street. What a great shot that is. And everybody knows, get a little goosebump feeling. Here we go, we know the parade is. It started at Hope and Chestnut at 10:30. Took us just about 37, 38 minutes to make it up towards us. So just about right on schedule, I'd say.
There's nothing to listen to.
We want to salute and thank the Bristol Police Department for all they do to keep this parade route safe, under the direction of Police Chief Josh Canario from the Bristol Police Department.
Tremendous undertaking for all the folks at the Bristol PD to do a fantastic
I mean, we're
great
seeing
job
all
every year. This is not an easy thing to, especially given what happened in Boston, but above and beyond that, just the amount of people. I mean, you're talking an estimated crowd of 100 people on a 2.5 mile square route, on a 2.5 mile route.
That's the
The motto of the Bristol Police Department to uphold the values of integrity, respect, and professionalism.
And take 4.
Great shot. This is our Mr. Rooter sky cam, by the way.
Mr. Rooter sky cam.
Shoot down
Get it?
from Hope and Church to give you a great look
Nice. Thank you.
as to what we're looking at. Bring you here if you can't be here in person. We can bring it to you as best we can with Magic TV.
And take 1.
This Chief
Tony,
Canario
where's the
coming
town
through.
crier?
As a matter of
All right,
fact.
handhelds, and we need you to like kind of block.
And the town crier, Jerry McNeil, and we're waiting for those guys to come through. Former Chief Marshal
got
Deputy
Camera 2, take camera 2. We need
When
more
Santa
Karen's
can't be
mic.
there.
Karen's mic is I'm on you
So we'll see
too.
Jerry in just a minute.
You get from Chris Keys, the anchor's the opening. Just 1 minute.
Chief Marshal's Division making its way through here.
4. All right,
I hear the
that
parade.
pumper tight.
I hear the bands.
1, stay with that pumper. Stay with that pumper. Ready 1, take 1. We have
Bristol
fun for
Hope
this.
is Iron Party
No,
Couple
no, it's
All right,
not.
go, ready 4.
How did that ever work? How did that put out any fires, Mark?
Well, you know, they needed them. In the early days of the parade, fireworks were a real problem, and we've had, over the years in the history, multiple fires during this parade, which is why you see when you come into Bristol today, the sign saying fireworks are banned. Because firefighters, over the years, in fact, 1 year, the missed 4th of July.
And there he is.
Ready 1. Ready 1. That's
Jerry
all.
McNeil.
Stay free. I'm on you.
Town
Stay
crier.
right. Undercut 1.
As Karen mentioned, when
Okay.
Santa can't make it,
Stay with the 1.
Jerry
Stay with
steps
the
in
1.
to
Ready
take
4.
over.
Queen. Take
And I
4.
understand that
Santa.
the license plate on his car says ho ho ho.
Give me that 6. Give me
Town
that
crier,
really
by the way.
into it.
Yes, he is responsible for making
Six.
announcements
Give me
in
the
the
town
streets, so lets
crier.
everyone know what's
Ready
coming this
to,
way. Jerry,
got
great
on
to see you
two.
as
Take
always.
2.
Mr. McNeil has been leading off the parade for 20
Stay with the 2.
years.
Stay with the 2. Walk along with them if you have it.
So he knows what he's
Ready
talking about,
for-
Mr. McNeil.
Of course, he has very important duties, one of which today was leading off
Take 6.
the calling to order of the patriotic exercises, which take place each and every year here in Bristol.
And we do want to mention for the folks who watch this all the time, you know that the patriotic exercises is what makes this at least allows Bristol to give the claim of the longest continuous running 4th of July celebration. Not every year, they haven't had a parade every year. Back in the day, they didn't have a parade, but they did have patriotic exercises later on. But that's what makes this have the distinction of the longest continuous running 4th of July celebration in the nation.
Judy, I need to know when we have fun.
Coming up next, you're seeing them, the band from Mount Hope High School here in Bristol performing.
Stay with it.
100 kids, all high school kids, as Mark mentioned. They'll be wearing their summer uniforms, thank goodness. Purple polos, white pants, and white sneakers. And sound great as they come by our viewing stand. Let's take a listen to the kids from Mount Hope.
Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. 3. You're gonna have to do some walk along for that. Ready 4. Take 4. Now you're gonna have to walk along with it. 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. I'm on you 3. I'm on you 3. Stay with it 3. Ready 4. Take 4. You gotta kind of just low slung and walk along. Ready 5. It's all 5.
You're on camera.
Yes, you're a resident musician.
Yep,
What
that
is that
song
song?
sounds familiar. Call Me Baby by Carly Rae Jepsen. I'm not going to sing along for you.
I love that
No,
song.
Mark, no, go ahead. We have time. Go ahead and sing.
I
He's got
love
a
that
great
song.
voice.
By the way, before we get any further, they've already passed, but I just want to salute the town's fire chief, Robert Martin, Bristol Fire Department. They came through here with their color guard right before the high school band and the fire department as well as the police. There's so much.
And the band director from Mount Hope, we want to mention Christopher Lambert, graduate of the University of Rhode Island's Music Education Program. Great job there from Mount Hope Band. I know they make everyone here in town
3. Frame it
very
up.
proud.
Get right in there
Doreen
with
is
us,
standing
3.
by with the Chief Marshal, Lou Cirillo. Doreen.
Hey guys, look at who I have, our very own Chief Marshal Lou. Let's walk and shop here because we don't want to hold up the parade. How's it going? What's it happening?
It's incredible. It's just the crowd is wonderful. They're very supportive. There is lots of great smiling people all the way along here. It's been a terrific experience for us. The southwest wind is cooperating. There's a nice breeze blowing. Who could ask for more?
I don't think you could ask for much more. What's the best part so far?
Well, you keep trying to narrow me down to these things. You know, it's like it's all great. You know, we did the ribbon cutting. There was a flyover, the muskets, the cannon fire. It's just been absolutely incredible. It's magical. It just is. Every bit of it.
No, I don't know who's at home for you guys right now because I think you have every single member of your family out here marching with you.
A good many, but there's a few keeping the home fires burning. There's no question about that at all. But you know, certainly all my friends, especially Lombard, you know, this is great.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to stop and talk with us. Well, I know we talked about your comfortable shoes earlier, putting a few more miles on.
Yep, we're got another mile and a half to go. We'll be good.
All right, enjoy the rest of your walk, Chief Marshal. Thank you so much.
And I understand, you guys, that Mr. Cirillo there wears those shoes only when he's walking in the parade. He's had them for about 30 years. Yeah, it's a nice little tradition, isn't it?
Let's mention, too, and thank his wife, Dr. Susan Cirillo, who is his chief of staff as well.
In more ways than one.
He was the town clerk and the children and grandchildren.
He's got his brother Paul here, his sister Norma is walking with him, his son William, his grandson Brendan. The whole clan is here. And it's interesting, you know, Lou and his wife Susan found out that they were chosen to be
The honorary chief of staff, Karen, that's his dad.
There he is. Yes, they call him Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, he's known as. But Mr. Cirillo was notified around the first of the year and had to keep it secret until April, which I always think must be very difficult from everybody. Only he and his wife can know. And I was talking to the Texeras at the July 4th ball, and they said it was one of the hardest things they ever had to do. Of course, Tony Texera was the chief marshal last year. And Jackie Texera was saying every time somebody talked about Chief Marshall, she had to leave the room because she was so afraid her face or something would show it. So imagine how hard that is when your entire family for 4 months.
You're all excited, you know, and you can just blurt it out. Oh, by the way, I'm the Chief Marshal this year.
Exactly. He is now town clerk, and Mr. Cirillo has been town clerk for 9 years. And interesting, his first time he was elected, he won that seat by only 38 votes, but since then has been re-elected every time.
And on your screen right now through the Mr. Reader's Guide Cam is the chief aides, the military aides, the honorary military aides, all folks with Mr. Cirillo, our chief marshal here, as well as his dad, who we saw come through. I'm sure he's so proud at this moment. And Lou Cirillo, a student of history, I wonder as he sits back and as he assesses this day, he knows his place in history now as the chief marshal for this great celebration every single year, and his house is on the main parade route, I'm sure. It's a madhouse right there right now, all the family and friends there, but just a great day for the Cirillo family.
And in fact, he's written some articles on the history of Bristol, which are now used in the curriculum of high school. So that has contributed a lot to this community over the years.
So these were all friends and aides of the Cirillos to be a part and enjoy this with him on this great day. And you can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
I mean, the true enthusiasm and the humility and the transparency of what it means to him. And Doreen, great interview by the way, Doreen and Lou Cirillo.
Just so very thrilled. You
Just
can
thrilled
tell.
beyond belief. I think he's floating the 2.5 miles. I don't think his shoes are going to get anywhere on the bottom of the trench because he's floating the 2.5 miles.
He's wearing a blazer through the whole parade,
and he's
too.
smiling
He probably
with a
doesn't
tie.
even realize it. He's walking out of
Looks very dapper, doesn't he, in his red, white, and blue?
He's a class act, no doubt about it. Certainly tougher than I am just to walk in a blazer on a day like today. But just congratulations again to Lou Cirillo. Fantastic, and what a great honor.
We'll go one clean. For the Mini Coopers.
And we were talking earlier about the Bristol 4th of July committee and all the hard work they do. And soon we're going to be seeing the chairman and some of the committee members.
Take 4.
Yeah, they do a spectacular job. All volunteer, by the way.
All volunteer. And you know, they'll start in October, where they elect new committee members and then start to talk about who's going to be the next chief marshal. So they've got their work cut out
It's
for
a
them.
huge undertaking, Karen. You're right. There's so much that goes into it. Not only to coordinate it, but just to get everything just right. Where do you have the 4th of July ball, coordinating the concerts at Independence Park, of course the fireworks every year, which I'm told were outstanding once again this year at Mount Hope Day. It was a perfect night for it, too. You may be concerned that it was going to be cloudy last night, but it wasn't the case. The fireworks went off without a hitch. Everything was fine there, and it's all part of what makes this so great. It's not just today. It's weeks of events that lead up to it. There's so much that goes into it.
Starts with Flag Day.
It starts with Flag Day, absolutely, and that really sets everything off, and everybody starts to go, okay, here we go.
And it's a busy, like, the chief marshal's a very busy position, showing up at all these events and being very involved, and they don't even end today. There's a couple of events throughout the whole weekend. And, you know, they say, last year we were talking to, again, the Texeras, and they were saying that it's so busy, and they loved it, and they would do it all over again. It's a one-time deal. You can only be chief marshal once.
That guy was
They
walking
must have changed that one. There was a time, I think it was Senator C. Coates. He was a great marshal a couple of times. Maybe the one that they maybe they want, I don't know, maybe they changed the rules.
There it is. There's the chairman.
July committee
The
right here.
general chairman, Dick DeVault. He's done a nice job, as he does every year.
And his responsibilities, Karen mentioned, the committee chooses somebody or selects somebody, nominates someone, but at the end of the day, it's the chairman's job to pick the chief marshal. The most important responsibility is the
people in the cars ready to.
And we just passed by to see him waiting here in the orange car. That is Mr. Massa. Mr. Massa. Nobody calls him that. They call him Hector. That's how he's known.
Does anyone know his real name, Karen?
90 years. Edmund. But nobody knows.
Does anyone know?
No, he's Hector, but he is 90 years old and just thrilled to have won this Community Service Award. And he had his 90th birthday back in December, and there was a big party for him, and he said he was just getting over that, all the pomp and circumstance when he was awarded the Hattie Brown Award.
This is the Portuguese independent band. Let's listen in.
They were this 6. They went by quick, sweetie. Ready,
The Portuguese band went by way too quick.
The governor. Here's the governor. Bye, man.
Governor.
There he is. How are you, Governor?
Hit him.
He's got his jacket off. He knows it's a long walk.
And lose it. Ready 4.
The 74th governor of Massachusetts. Rhode Island. We're not, you know, I say that because Bristol used to be part of Massachusetts. It's
I'll take one. Ready, one.
We are now Bristol, Rhode Island, and that is
How are you, Governor?
Hello.
Good to see you. There's Senator Whitehouse, Senator Reid, former Army Ranger, Senator Reid, Congressman Langsman.
They've all lost their jackets, John. I don't blame them.
Now it's a long walk. You get the long sleeve shirt on.
Take four.
Probably smart. You don't have to keep yourself in sunblock, which is a good move. You can check your phone there.
Hello.
We salute
How
Rhode
are
Island
you?
State
Happy
Police.
4th.
Senator Whitehouse, with
Take
his
a load.
tie on as well.
Closing them out 6. Ready, 2.
State Police color guard making their way through as well.
Stay with it, 6.
No.
Ready, 2.
Clydesdale's the next one.
3, 4. Take
Another
4.
shot of the Senator Reid there behind the flags.
Hit the
What's the
Clydesdales.
Clydesdales, Karen?
Yep, Clydesdale.
There they
Sure enough.
are,
There
yes.
they are. Allamore Corporation
Stay with it,
Clydesdales. Of course, kids love the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
The Luca boys are among many thousands and thousands of kids who are just awed by these magnificent creatures.
Beautiful horses. 2,200 pounds, John. 2,200 pounds each one of these weigh.
Gorgeous.
Ready, 3. Get up there,
Gorgeous,
3. Ready,
gorgeous
3.
animals.
Coming to 3.
Just
Straighten
huge,
up.
as I say, 2,200 pounds. But always a very popular attraction here in the Bristol 4th of July Parade. They're pulling
4.
no fire
Stay
carriage.
with it, 3. I'm staying with you. Come on over. Give me a horse's ass. Hold 3.
Part of so many parades around the United
Hold on,
States.
3.
They are
I'm in
just
the hall, so
such a
give me a
tradition in this
before you
country,
look away.
including here at the Bristol 4th of July Parade. The Clydesdales. My favorite part of the Clydesdales, the feet.
Ready, 2.
Those big, they look like, you know,
Ball 2.
The kids love them.
socks to wear in the
Look at the
winter time.
kids.
I know.
Just mesmerized by
Let
these
them come out at 2.
eight
Let them come over
horses.
5.
Very popular features at parades and fairs. Yes, listen to the applause.
Okay, let's go for this band, guys.
So guys,
Ready, 4.
don't mind me, folks. I'm just going to take a little sip here of my Mary Lou's coffee. I need a
We're
little
going to go forward with Mr. Ruda's Sky.
It cools you down.
Starting to wilt a little bit.
As the quick for the album.
Band is right behind you now.
Ashley, do we have a super for them?
The West Highland Band is making its
We'll
way
go to them
towards
with
us,
a
and
super.
we certainly want to listen in and get them in camera range so you can enjoy them as well. But I love the pipes.
Let's take a listen.
Daddy, I love the pipes.
I know you do.
Love the pipes.
Stay with 4.
We don't have this.
Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2.
We have the band now.
3.
Band.
All right.
You want
They're
that?
super
Take
good.
3. We'll go to 4 with this. All right, that's fine. Under dissolve 4. Go 4.
Okay. This is the Portuguese band, Grand Truton.
And Lucy, super. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Dissolve 2. One, go 2. Ready, 4. Dissolve 4.
You go to break, and I'll tell you.
Okay, let them go away. Next event's coming up on 4.
Water.
Judy, what do we have for this float?
Out of order. This is the Miss 4th of July.
All right, this float's
Okay.
from
The West Highland Band,
water or
that's
anything?
military theme songs that are anchors away there.
If you have it.
Or the theme as well.
Beautiful commercial.
Yeah.
And here comes the Miss 4th
Commercial or non-commercial?
float.
Ready, 1.
Theme is America the Beautiful. It won today Most Beautiful Non-Commercial Float. Congratulations. And look who,
In yellow lights from the 4th of July,
Hit him with a 4.
2013.
and they look beautiful. Lily Sarnowski, who is Little Miss there waiting under the umbrella. Hello, ladies, you look beautiful.
They have a nice piece of
There's Miss
shade
4th
on
of
that
July,
float, don't they?
decked out in a beautiful red dress. Lily right next to
Ready,
her.
1.
Their entire court with
No,
them.
that's something else. Ready, 5.
It's interesting, Mark, you were talking earlier that this has been around since 1948, and for many families it's a tradition. In fact, the first runner-up, Mia Padula, her mother was on the court back in 1989.
Speaking of traditions on the Miss 4th of July float, I mentioned earlier that caught fire one year. Fireworks. And because of that, now it's a requirement that every float
Tony,
parade
they're
has to have a
going
fire
fast.
extinguisher on board. Because unfortunately, back when that happened, they had to pour beer on the float
We
to
got
put the
the
fire
orange,
out.
the Orange Crate Derby winners making
yes.
their road. First place overall was Vinny Campana. I understand he set a record.
Yes, 29.1 seconds,
And he was going
John.
extra fast this year. And we do want to mention, in the interest of full disclosure, the Bristol Companions invited us to their companion compound today for a fantastic breakfast, and that in no way shapes any extra nice things we're going to say about their grandson, Vinny.
Vinny, they were just a little years old.
Is Vinny the one with the white and blue hair in the back there?
No, he's the one shooting. He's the one shooting water at everything. Young Vinny sent a record this year, and from the details that we got to this is intense stuff. These folks go really fast as they go down those hills here for folks who try to reach spots.
Everybody's running.
Certainly, that's a lot of fun. Can you imagine being a nice 30-12-year kid racing one of those?
Exactly, and Vinny's kind of an old pro.
When I was 8, 9, 10, they didn't have wheels yet. They hadn't invented that.
Cold school.
I like that.
Let's get on this event. What's this event? Hold 4 with you. Ready? 5. Take 5. Where are you going?
We have the St. Mary's float heading our way, St. Mary's Parish.
Stay with our clergy here.
You see the banner carriers there, and right behind it, an award-winning float. It won most original non-commercial float. St. Mary's Church created this float, of course.
Yes.
Last year they won most patriotic. This year, most original. They're kind of on a roll, you guys.
I want to mention too, we had a big group of folks walk through in front of this float, and they are the preachers and priests and reverends and rabbis and folks from every religious stripe in the community walking the parade, and of course the religious organizations in this community are such a big part of this parade and helping and making it happen as well.
Take 1, please.
This float, whatever you do to my brothers, you do unto me.
Ready? 2.
It's dedicated to the first responders. It honors everyday heroes. That Mark, we were talking about earlier, their important job, the sacrifices, and certainly this day is also for them.
Flight marching band, Our Lady of Flight marching
military
band.
personnel in this
Way
parade,
down there.
as well as the police and firefighters and all those that help us.
Take 6.
Sometimes our most critical need.
I can't hear Mark.
By the way, the 4th year the church has put a
Ready? 4. Stay with me. 4.
And they're up to something, Mark. I mean, they're having success. As Karen mentioned, they won last year. They won most original non-commercial float this year. They've got it right there at St. Mary's in terms of their float preparation. And I love the theme. Love the theme. Great addition to the 4th of July celebration here as they make their way down Hope Street and past our spot here at Church Street. A lot of folks stopping by to wave and say hi. And really nice slow move by our camera stand here. You can get a good look at that award parade. I love that so much. We have another band making their way through. I believe it's the Our Lady of Light Marching Band around Fall River. As soon as they make their way through,
Tony, good job with the pace.
as the fun grows with you, look at the floats and everybody, oh, look at the floats, and then you get entertained by the band, and then the float comes by. Everything just works like clockwork.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've got it down to a science, and I think you can hear it. Let's listen in.
All right, ready? 2. Take 2. Come on,
Again, this is Our Lady of Light Marching Band from Fall River Mount.
Worcester Sound and
Oh,
Lights.
I'm sorry.
It's the Worcester Sound and Lights vehicle, and that is a medical
Give me that
vehicle.
vehicle. Let that
yeah.
vehicle go by.
With a throwback look.
6. Give me that yellow vehicle.
They've converted the van into
Our Lady of Light.
a Coca-Cola truck into a marching band in itself.
No, it's not.
1, 5, come on.
Live the inside.
Get off of them.
And go for it.
Here they are.
And
We
here
have it.
is Our Lady of Light Marching Band.
2 coming. 1, 4.
We're out of Fall River, Mass, as we mentioned. The band director is Manuel Canedo. 50 members of this band, they range from 12 to 65. Let's listen
Take
in.
4. I get an access cross and field there. 3 pins. Ready? 2.
Why can't I hear them?
Take 2. Can we get a little more out of that, Charlie? There we go. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 6. Take 6. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 4. Take 4. Let it go. 4. Ready? 6.
And we wanted to make sure sure we mentioned the band director there, Maestro Canito, because he's the first and only director of this band since it started back in 1969. It was made up of Portuguese immigrants back in 1969. And he is known in the Portuguese community as the John Philip Sousa of our generation.
That's quite an honor. That's a great comparison, huh? Nice to be compared to John Philip Sousa.
He's throwing a ball.
I'm proud folks to be marching in that band. They do a great job. Made a nice stop right by our spot here.
You see the baseball team, Bristol Blues baseball.
Yeah, can we get a baseball?
I interviewed one of the players
Can we get a
yesterday.
baseball here?
These guys are great.
This is baseball the way it's supposed to be. The throwback baseball.
Yeah, no gloves, John. You can't have any gloves for this in this
game this
game.
year, do we know?
They did.
They did. They won both of them.
Both games.
15 to 12 was the score of the first
High
game.
scoring
18
games.
to 17.
There's Rear Admiral Ray.
Hi there. Happy Fourth.
Ready,
A nice wave from Rear Admiral Robert Ray.
Good morning, Admiral.
Stay with him, too.
There he is with his wife.
We have fun,
He was our patriotic speaker.
Hit him.
And again, we mentioned it before, this is the reason Bristol can claim the nation's oldest continuous 4th of July celebration. He said he was going to talk about Patriots of 1776.